finally got in the mailbox after being back ordered for 3 weeks. Thanks, Battery Junction. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually nobody's fault except for Acebeam's. Cover my address up so you guys can't come to my house. This is actually my very first unboxing of the entire package itself. I'm probably going to go back and review the footage and realize that I hate the way I sound on video. Ooh. You saw nothing. Okay. Thought my address was on there. Hey, look, they always include this. That's one cool thing I like about Battery Junction. They always include a cool little, you know, little light. I've got, oh my God, I've got like 30 of these things, literally. I actually totally forgot that I ordered this as well. Oh, look at that. It's so cute and tiny. Wouldn't that suck if they sent me the wrong color? They sent me like green instead of white. But I ordered the white. Anyway, so this is the Acebeam E10. You have 3 options to choose from, of course. Green, red, and white. Guarantee authentic warranty seal. You got 2 of them. My last Acebeam only had 1. Look, I'm gonna hold a knife like a pin. Stupid, as in I'm stupid for holding a knife like that. See, I put my tripod up, so that's kind of why it's. There we go. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at it. Acebeam E10. I actually chose the CSLNM1.TG. It doesn't really tell you on the box which option that this one actually is, so I don't exactly know how they know which one it is. Usually they have that. So that is the Osram. Okay. And dust-proof film from lens. So lens. Obviously this is a TIR optic. You have only a few different ways to transmit light. You have an aspherical lens. You have a normal, you know, ordinary reflector, and then you have a TIR optic, which stands for total internal reflection. So that's pretty much what this is. This is just Acebeam's version of doing it, I guess. Kind of looks similar to a lot of the Coast flashlights, but a little bit different. If you read it like this, it's in Russian. It's Russian! Russian again. The tiny 26350 that comes with the E10 does actually have its own little integrated charge port somewhere on there. I did see it, but it is on there. I'm sure some of you are going to ask me if you can actually use this battery on a regular 18650 charger. And you can, as long as it actually fits, because the voltage and the chemistry is pretty much the same as every other lithium battery. It's incredible to see that just within the past couple of years, intensity in lights have gone through the roof, especially in small lights. And I'm not talking about lights like the Well Tool or the Acebeam W10, W30. Those are laser phosphor flashlights, and the sheer intensity of those will never be beat because the monochromatic coherent properties won't allow them to be beat. So, for the sake of this video, we're mostly just talking about LED lights, more specifically lights that have the newer Osram LEDs, like the CSLNM1.TG and the CSLPM1.TG. So this is the Acebeam E10, and I actually would have had this light a few weeks ago, but unfortunately Battery Junction was on back order, so I had to wait. So we'll set that there, and of course you get all of the standard stuff that comes with the light. So O-rings, charge cable, nice silica package. Take this off, and of course you have your user manual, your warranty card, and of course your Acebeam warning. This is probably something to do with the battery, more than likely. Yeah, lithium battery. So we'll give you guys a close-up on the actual optics itself, and if you hold it just right, you can actually see that little tiny LED. Now, unfortunately, I've never seen a bare Osram CSLNM1.TG because basically the only 2 lights I have with this LED, which is the TK18 and this light, it's pretty much covering up the LED, so you can't really see it. But I do know that this LED is incredibly tiny. So one of the only complaints I've noticed online about this light, the only complaint, actually there's 2 complaints, is the fact that the switch is mushy. And it really is. It kind of is it actually is kind of mushy. It's hard to tell exactly when the button is engaged. But I noticed that playing with this thing, you kind of have to press it pretty hard, fast, twice to get into the turbo mode, whereas some other lights you can actually feel where the switch engages, but not so much this one. Now this is an electronic switch, but the parasitic drain is probably very low. I have no way of actually testing it, but it's probably pretty low. But the switch is actually pretty mushy. However, it's not a complaint for me. It's not that big of a deal. It does feel solid. It actually feels very solid. It's just got a little bit of a mush to it, kind of like the Manker E14 too. So we'll take this off. Square cut threads, so people that like to cross thread their lights. I don't exactly know why I put this back in here, but okay. So here is the positive contact spring on the back of the driver board. There's your 2 screws. You can take it apart if you want. Of course, high quality here. Expect nothing less from Acebeam. Their quality is just incredible. So, and here is that gigantic cell. There's the inside of the actual tube. An integrated charge port, as you can see there. I would recommend charging it on an actual charger, but it is there if you want to use it. If you don't have a charger, then that's fine. I just noticed that whenever you charge a cell on the integrated charge system, it usually never charges to the full 4.2 volts. This was the other complaint that I was reading on some of the reviews. I'm trying to figure out exactly why this is a complaint. They were saying the battery is a very rare battery. You don't see them very often, and that's their biggest complaint. That's not really a complaint to me. So far, I've had this light for a week. I've charged it 3 times and played with it like crazy. I have no complaints with this light. I actually love that optic. That just sets this light apart from my other ones. AR-coated lens, digitally regulated. So you just hold the switch down to get into moonlight mode. Hold it down again to get into low, medium, high. Basically just hold it. Medium, high, low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Now it does have mode memory, of course, what light nowadays doesn't. And you just tap the button to get into your turbo mode. So there's your turbo mode. So on to the intensity and on to the output. I've been reading review after review. Now it's supposed to be 760 lumens and 79,000 CD, but most of the reviews that I see, the numbers are kind of way off. They don't really exactly match the manufacturers. Now everybody's review is going to be different because their lux meter setup is going to be different. It just depends on who's actually doing the review. One review I saw on Google indicated that this was 543 lumens. And another one said it was 644. So it's kind of hard to tell exactly what this light is sitting at as far as output is. However, the intensity pretty much always came up to being much higher than Acebeam claimed. One person said it got 122,000, another person said it got 129,000. So you can be rest assured this is about 30,000 CD more intense than Acebeam claims, if not maybe more. So it's kind of like a trade-off. You're actually probably getting less output than Acebeam claims, but you are most definitely getting more intensity than they claim. Oh yeah, nice triple click for your strobe. 1, 2, 3. So there's your strobe. Some people are going to ask me about certain specs that I don't feel like memorizing to tell you all. Wrong side. There you go. There's your specs. White, green, red. Green, of course, has a higher intensity and higher output. And most people are going to ask about the weight, which I don't exactly know why people care about the weight so much, because I've never really gave 2 thoughts about the weight of a light. 137 grams with battery, 91 millimeters long, 40 millimeter head, and 31 millimeter tube. Now I will say it'll be very interesting to see how this light does against Manker's new MC13. The specs are kind of around the same, the size is the same, the intensity is supposed to be higher on this light, so it'd be very interesting to see how this does against the E10. My guess is that's why they made this, to be a direct competitor to this. So that is it for now. I'll put a link in the description for the Beamshot video. Thanks for watching.